Hi, I'm Dr. Mel, and I'm on a mission to discover the people creating the biggest impact in our communities. Together, we'll meet the people behind the vision, see lives being changed, and celebrate the good all around us, because seeing the good is where change begins. Hi friends, we are at the West Dallas Community School today, and I'm super excited for us to learn about education in West Dallas and how they're impacting the students here and the people in our community. So thank you for joining me, and I cannot wait to see the good with you.
Hey Mel,
Hi.
It's so good to see you. Thanks for coming. Come get you signed in.
Okay, perfect.
We just need
Signing
to get you
in.
signed in.
I'm Dr. Mel, and I am sitting here today with Jenny Pearson, and she is Chief Advancement Officer at West Dallas Community School. Hey, Jenny.
Hi, Mel.
Thank you for sitting with me.
So good to see you.
I'm
Thank
excited
you for being here.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Okay, so I want to kind of break some things down and ask you some questions. And I'd love to start with West Dallas Community School and how you guys got started in the inception of this beautiful school.
Thank you. So this year actually marks our 30th anniversary. So we're so excited about that. We're going to celebrate all year. We started in 1995 with about 20 students in 2 portable buildings across the street at West Dallas Community Church. And our founders really saw that the students in this neighborhood, which was at the time one of the 10 most economically disadvantaged neighborhoods in the entire country, they saw that the students did not have access to really quality education. The public schools were not up to par. It wasn't what their peers across the city were receiving. And so they wanted to start a school to really help those children to receive the education that they deserved. And so for 30 years we've been doing that. And I think that mostly everyone would agree that education really can break a cycle of generational poverty, and that's what we're doing.
Okay, so as far as your role here as Chief Advancement Officer,
Yes.
CAO.
That's it.
I love that. What does your job entail? Like, what do you do here to keep this afloat?
Yes. All of our families pay tuition.
Okay.
It's based on a sliding scale. So we look at their income tax, their tax return, and we look at the number of dependents that they have. And the average income of our families is in the $40,000 range this year.
Wow.
So it's, there's a lot of need.
Yes.
Okay, so that being said, they all pay tuition, but the minimum tuition is about $69 a month. So for 10 months, call it $700. My team needs to raise a little over $4 million this year for student scholarships.
Wow.
So that is how I dedicate my time. So about 60% of that typically comes from individuals and families.
Okay.
We have some very generous families in Dallas, which is so amazing. Probably 15% or so comes from foundations, and then we do events throughout the year. And of course, there's a little bit of tuition, but that accounts for less than 10% of our budget. And then the only federal funding we receive is the free and reduced breakfast and lunch program, and that helps just feed our kids. That's about 3% of our budget. So more than 70% of our students qualify for that. That's part of what we raise, is that every student has breakfast and lunch every day. This is our chapel. We start every morning here in our beautiful Morning Star Chapel.
It's gorgeous.
You can see the beautiful custom stained glass with the names of God. We have 260 students this year, pre-K 4 through 8th grade. We are a classical Christian school. Classical meaning that we really are trying to put beautiful and excellent things in front of our students, whether that's the text that they're reading, whether that's the art that they're working on, the music, the composers. So this was a series done by our 8th graders and their presidential portraits. And of course you have the George Washington, that's the example. And then they got to choose a former president or first lady to do their drawing. They do it on a grid, and then it's a pencil. So they're absolutely amazing.
That is so impressive.
They're amazing. We really try intentionally to keep the school very calm, beautiful. So you see there's not a lot on the walls.
Yes.
There's not posters and we're busy everywhere you go, because many of our students come from really chaotic backgrounds. They come from trauma in their homes. And so we want this to be a safe place for them. Pre-K and kinder, we do a 10-to-1 student-teacher ratio.
Wow.
So 10 students, 1 teacher, and then 15-to-1 starting in 1st grade through 8th
I mean,
grade.
you think the comparison to other schools?
We have a modified Montessori approach in the lower grades, so they have their workstations, so they can come and pick out something for a work cycle and work on it independently.
That is so great.
It's great. These are some of our middle schoolers. It looks like they have some sort of a
Sugar cubes.
project that they have been working on.
I bet Elf would like that project.
Pre-K through 4th grade, they'll be contained with their home room teacher.
Yeah.
And then in 5th grade, they start switching classes.
Talk to me about a teacher's salary here.
Okay.
What does that look like?
Yeah, so teachers here are not going to make what they would make in a public school. We gave them a 10% increase a couple of years ago. We're really working to get them up to about 85% of a public school teacher's salary.
Wow.
So I'm not sure if we're quite there yet,
Yeah.
but I would say that our teachers and all of our staff really are here because they believe in the mission, because they want to see these children flourish.
How long have you been here?
10 years. This is my 10th year.
Okay,
It's
what is
flown.
your favorite thing about working here?
I think my favorite thing is seeing the success stories of our students, seeing kids that were here that were maybe, in elementary school when I first started that are now in college, and just seeing kids that would not have had the opportunity to go to the high school that they've gotten to go to or to go on to college. More than 50% of our students are the first in their families to go to college. So,
And what's
it's
the percentage
so
of
exciting.
students do you see go to college?
Okay.
Like, is it, yeah.
Yes. So in 30 years, 99% of our students have graduated high school. So only 2 students did not finish high school.
Wow.
And 82% have gone on to college.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. And
That's
that number,
amazing.
it is amazing. If you think about it, when we started, we only had 20 students
Right.
in, lower grades. So now we have a lot of graduates in high school that will be going to college. So it's really exciting.
Okay, that's big.
It's really
That is
big.
really impressive numbers.
It is. And I think
Wow.
too, we help these kids just see the potential, just to reach their potential. And one of our slogans that we kind of say is that we're changing the narrative that a zip code would determine a child's educational success or their future.
Do you require the parents to be involved to some
do.
degree, and what does that look like?
We do. So I think one thing that sets our school apart is there is a high level of parental involvement. So they are required to attend parent enrichment classes throughout the year. We offer 9 or 10. They must come to 6.
Okay.
We will talk about anything from finances to discipline to social media, reading with your child. We really try to educate them and bring them in to be a part of the student's education. But it's a way for them to connect as parents, but also get to know the teachers and just to get to know other families.
And so is this true that you'll give a discount when parents volunteer to their tuition?
We do give a tuition break if the parents volunteer in our dining hall, because we always need extra help in the dining hall serving
love
students. Yes, so that's a way for them to kind of work off a little bit of their tuition.
And how fun to see your child
To get to
come
see
through
your-
the line,
Yes,
and
yes.
you're like, here's your mashed
And
potatoes.
and we actually serve. We really don't do a typical cafeteria line. We serve them at their tables.
Can you think of a success story that comes to mind?
Yes, I can.
Will you share it?
Yes,
Okay.
I can. So I'm thinking right now about a young lady that lost her mother. It was very tragic. She was being raised by her grandmother. Her grandmother got her to West Dallas every day.
You're already going to make
I'm
me
gonna
cry.
She ended up going to TCA, Trinity Christian Academy, and she excelled there in athletics and academics, everything. She went on to the University of Arkansas.
Okay.
And
Go
she-
Razorbacks.
Yes, and we pick. She is now a nurse. So she went to Arkansas, then she went to nursing school, and she's now a nurse. And so seeing these students thrive, come into an environment that is safe, where they can really be themselves and live up to their potential. I think one thing is it's a holistic approach. So we're addressing mental, physical, emotional, social, spiritual, like all of it.
Yeah.
And we're able to do that because we're a private school. So it looks like we've got some students actually doing one of their projects outside because it's such a nice day. What are we working on?
Ziggurat.
I like how y'all glued the little pieces together like in a line. Like it looks really impressive.
It does look good.
We have some artists in our midst. And the little boulders right there. Oh, sorry. I didn't, is that okay? I touched it. I shouldn't touch artwork, should I? I like your art, your project. Now, are y'all tempted to eat those sugar cubes?
Just a little bit.
She already ate one.
Yeah, they let us after we're done.
I mean, I kind of want one. Do I need one?
It'll melt in your mouth.
Can I eat it?
They're very
Do you want one?
No.
Are you
thank
sure?
you. Yes.
You don't want a sugar cube?
No.
I think I need to take this out.
So we have our garden over there, which,
Do y'all use it?
yeah, Nature Studies uses it.
Okay, that's so cool to see it.
Okay. My eye.
Okay, I'm gonna swing. Are y'all ready? Hi. How's your day? Are you having fun swinging? This is fun. I guess we have to keep working, huh?
So we have that sport court that a foundation
okay.
gifted us several years ago, which has been
that's
amazing.
nice.
Our 5th through 8th graders do athletics, and they get to participate and compete against other local private schools. They play a lot of sports, so
Okay,
that's great.
That's good.
They all have PE
Yeah.
every day.
I love coils. Like I remember making a hamburger out of coils. And you paint the different layers, and I could take the top of the bun off. And it was open inside, so I could put my jewelry in there.
Oh, that's great.
So cool.
This is our dining hall.
So cute. Love the
No one's
checkered
having
floor.
lunch right now, but we call it a dining hall, not a cafeteria. We do serve our students at their tables, and the teachers assign them a different number each day, so they mix it up and sit with different people.
Okay, I love that.
Which I love.
Me too. Okay, so if people wanted to get involved here and they're learning about West Dallas for the first time, what are some ways that people can get involved, volunteer, obviously give?
Yes,
like,
of course.
Give us some suggestions.
I would love to. Okay, so we have about 60 volunteer tutors a year, which is a wonderful way to get involved. A cleanup, campus cleanup Saturday. We have some YMSL groups that like to come and do things. Always needing volunteers for sure.
Yeah.
And then we typically have 2 or 3 big events throughout the year. Anyone that's interested in getting involved can go to our website, reach out to me, follow us on Instagram, or WDC School. Lunch and Learns are a great way to come down and just have lunch, do a quick tour.
And so clearly you guys have a board.
We do.
And so tell us what the board involves.
Yes, so we have about 22 people on our board of directors. They're very involved. They're very dedicated to the school. They all come with different talents and different expertise. They do 3-year terms, and I think they can do up to 9 years if they wanted to do 3. We have obviously a development committee that helps just advancing the school out in the community and thinking of ways to get new people involved.
So donors really work hard, however they've gotten the dollars that they want to give.
That's right.
Are very valuable. And so can you tell me why I should give to West Dallas?
So I think if you have a desire to see children in poverty really reach their full potential, if you believe in education, especially for underserved students, then this is the place for you. That is why you would give here, especially just to see kids in Dallas transformed. And I often like to say to our donors, thank you for loving children who are not your own, because you're really investing in a child that's not your own.
Yeah.
And for many of us, you know, my kids went to public school, but many of our donors have put their kids in amazing private schools throughout Dallas. And so they're really helping a student whose parents can't do that for them, but they want that education for their students.
I love that.
They're helping that. And so I think that's why you would give here. If you believe in education and you really want to see the trajectory of a student and a family.
Okay, so can you tell me why you think some people are hesitant to give?
So I think maybe they haven't necessarily gotten to know the nonprofit. And so I would encourage anyone that's thinking about giving somewhere, as much as they can, to go experience it, experience the work that they're doing. If they have a physical site, like for us, it's a school. I think getting to know the people and the staff, and then knowing if you trust those people, that they're stewarding your dollars, that's huge. I think trust is a really big part of this, this conversation about giving.
Do you feel like any amount makes a difference?
Of course it does.
And tell us why.
Okay. With our young professionals, we're just asking them, pay $50, join our Champions Club, just give something.
Yes.
Because giving transforms us, right? And then as you're able to give more, you can, but it's not about the amount. I think it's also just about the act of giving and about feeling like I'm really helping that person. I mean, it's exciting when you come to the school and you see the kids running around or they're in art class, creating something beautiful, they're thriving, and you think, I was a part of that.
So in the midst of what you see day in and day out, from what the students are, some of their home lives, some of their experiences, like it can be heavy.
It is.
How do you continue to see the good in the midst of pain and hardship and struggling?
There is a lot of heaviness, and there are days when, you know, there might be a student who's having a really hard day and they're crying and they need to go see the counselor, and that's heavy. But I think walking into those classrooms, walking out on the playground, seeing those kids just running free, whether they're in nature studies and they've got butterfly nets and they're chasing butterflies, or they're swinging, or they're playing basketball, and they're just laughing and they're smiling and they're happy, I think that just helps to see the good, you know?
Well, thank you for what y'all do.
Well,
you're making
we love it.
Big impact in our community.
Thanks for choosing to come here and to highlight us and see the kids.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
So I bet you're wondering, what is Seeing the Good? Seeing the Good is a web series that I'm creating where I'm highlighting the good that people are doing in our community, and then we're gonna bless them. So in this series, we are going to spotlight about 6 nonprofits, learn about what they're about, where they came from, what they're doing, even in the financial realm, and how they are impacting lives on a daily basis. So join me, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and then together we're all going to have a say on how we are going to bless them from the Leela Meacham Fund. I'm excited for us to see the good, do the good, and be the good together. Thank you for joining me.